If your boy is struggling with attention issues in school, I want to tell you about 2 things to look out for that can dramatically help them. And these are all based in science, and I want you to understand this because it's really important. The first thing is boys hear about 9 decibels lower than girls do. This becomes important because if your son is sitting in the back of the room and maybe they have a teacher that's a little more soft-spoken up front, they may not truly hear them. Therefore, they're not going to pay attention to what the teacher's saying. If that's going on, see if the teacher can move your child to the front row and see if that changes it first and foremost. Number 2 is if a kid's struggling in class with attention, see how old they are for their class. They might be one of the youngest kids in their class, and they shouldn't be expected to be able to pay attention as well as a kid that's nearly a year older. A year of development for a first or second grader is massive. I mean, it's huge. Their brain is growing at such a fast rate, especially in those young ages, that when they're comparing them to other kids in the class, they're going to look like they have attentional issues just purely due to their age. Kids that are younger in their class, they're diagnosed with ADHD at double the rate of kids that are the oldest in the class. But it's because neurologically, they're younger. They're not going to be able to pay attention as well. So always remembering that for a parent or a teacher. So those are 2 points that I wanted to bring up for you guys, that if your kid is struggling, there's definitely other reasons like primitive reflexes and vestibular issues and eye tracking issues and not being able to fixate their eyes and focus their eyes and all these, developmental things that we talk about. But these are 2 important things that came from a book that I'm reading. It's called Why Gender Matters, and it's a great book. It's one of my favorite books I've read recently. It talks about these 2 points, and it made so much sense to me with seeing all of these kids, and something to think about as a parent looking into these 2 things because they are really important.